I am always the top student in every exam, but at the National Genius Selection exam, I freeze. The questions on the paper are something I cannot even read, let alone solve. My heart skips a beat. I sneak a glance around at the other students. Good grief. Every single one of them is writing non-stop. In that moment, I completely lose it. Am I the only one in this whole room who cannot do this? I force myself to read the paper again. It is full of symbols I have never seen before, mixed with formulas so complex they look insane. The only line I can actually read is the title at the top, Detonation Engine Technology. Is the Genius Selection exam really this ridiculous? I have never even heard of this thing. How am I supposed to solve it? What I do not know at this moment is that the proctor made a mistake. He handed me the research draft of a 6th-generation fighter jet instead of the real exam paper. I am drenched in sweat. My chest feels tight with frustration. All those years of hard study, all that effort, are they all going to waste in this single moment? Just as I am about to give up, a voice suddenly echoes in my head. Detected. Exam content is 6th-generation fighter jet detonation engine technology. Detected. Errors found in related formulas and blueprints. Correcting now. As the voice fades, a massive flood of unfamiliar knowledge and complex symbols pours into my brain. My mind feels like a supercomputer, running at full speed. The content that was a complete mystery seconds ago is becoming crystal clear. I almost shout with excitement. I am not going to turn in a blank sheet after all. Without hesitation, I grab my pen and start writing at full speed. By now, half the exam time is already gone. The other students have mostly finished the basics section, but they are stuck on the final big questions. Every single one of them is scratching their head, faces full of misery. In the entire room, I am the only one whose pen never stops. My performance leaves everyone stunned. They probably think I am a genius, since I can even crack questions that look like gibberish. Right up to the final second of the exam, I finally put down my pen and let out a long breath. There is still a lot I did not finish, but time and paper both ran out, so I only wrote down the most critical principles. The papers are collected and sealed. Almost every student looks crushed, complaining that the final questions are not even meant for humans. The moment I walk out of the school gate, Miss Carter rushes up to me. How did it go? Were the questions hard? I smile and reply, pretty hard, but I think I did okay. Beside me, Sophia, the prettiest girl in class, has red eyes. I definitely failed this one. The final questions were just too hard. Miss Carter quickly comforts her. Don't worry. A lot of students said they couldn't finish the last part. Back at school, Principal Harris calls the 3 of us top students into his office to check on us. Sophia is quiet. I think it was just okay. I'm not confident. Marcus, on the other hand, looks fully confident. I wrote down everything I knew. I answer honestly, I think I did all right. Hearing this, Principal Harris finally relaxes. I am the student he believes in most. After all, since I enrolled, I have ranked first in every single exam, bringing the school a lot of honor. Hearing me say it went well, he can't help but sigh with admiration. You really are amazing. The final big questions were all advanced mathematics and Olympiad-style divergent thinking problems. I only managed one. I thought this time was going to be close. I stare blankly. What advanced mathematics and Olympiad problems? Sophia looks puzzled. The exam questions, of course. What's wrong with you? My mind goes blank. Weren't the questions about detonation engine technology? The moment I say this, everyone in the room is stunned. Miss Carter thinks I am joking. She scolds me with a laugh. How can you joke like that in front of the principal? But I am even more confused. Am I dreaming? The questions on my paper were definitely detonation engine formulas and blueprints. Ha ha ha, this is hilarious. You actually remembered the questions wrong. Marcus bursts out laughing. He has never accepted being beaten by me, and now he finally has his chance. Did you fall asleep in the exam room and dream the whole thing? Detonation engine? You think that's something you could even solve? Miss Carter, however, looks alarmed when seeing I don't seem to be lying. What on earth is going on here? The questions have already been posted online. There's no engine technology anywhere. Did you walk into the wrong exam room? Marcus sneers coldly. If you mixed up the exam paper, you'll probably score a 0. The questions on my paper really were absurd. The difficulty was way beyond any high school student. I start to doubt myself. This isn't possible. I walked into the exam room with everyone else. How could I have gone to the wrong one? Sophia comforts me. Don't take it to heart. Even if you don't get selected this time, you still have the National College Entrance Exam. You can still get into a great university. I'm not too confident either. Let's work hard together for the college exam. I quickly pull myself out of the disappointment. I don't know where things went wrong, but I have confidence in myself. Plus, I've awakened the Genius Insight system. Things can only get better from here. I refuse to believe I can't get into a top university through the college exam. Meanwhile, in another conference room, top experts at the academician level are gathered. Every person grading the exam papers is a leading authority in their field. As head of the grading committee, Director Walker speaks. We urgently need to develop large numbers of outstanding talents. Especially in aerospace, the talent shortage is critical. So please, everyone, grade carefully. We must find the very best. Everyone nods and begins. What's going on with this paper? An expert stares at the sheet in his hand, completely puzzled. The questions on it are nothing like the other papers, yet every answer space is filled. How is this possible? The others gather around. Even though the room is full of top academicians, the content on the paper leaves many of them confused. Detonation engine technology. Where did this even come from? This is a serious problem. Everyone instinctively turns to Director Walker. He sets down his own paper and walks over. What's wrong? Director, look at this paper. It was given out by mistake. but strangely, every answer is filled in. Director Walker feels his heart skip. For such an important exam, a mistake like this is no small matter. He quickly picks up the paper. Wait, isn't this my calculation draft from yesterday? How did it end up in the exam papers? Cold sweat instantly breaks out on Director Walker's forehead. This is so unfair to the student. Even the Aerospace Academy can't solve these problems. How could a high school senior possibly answer them? He instinctively glances at the answers, and his eyes snap wide open. After all, detonation engine research has always been one of the world's hardest challenges, especially the power formulas, which still have flaws after years of study. But the formulas on this paper are flawless. They fix every single weakness. Director Walker feels like he's been struck by lightning. He instinctively rubs his eyes. What is going on? Am I dreaming? The other experts look bewildered. Director, what happened? Director Walker has no time to answer. He stares intently at every formula, every line of data. Soon his body starts trembling slightly. Get me paper and pen now! His shout startles everyone in the room. The moment he gets the paper and pen, Director Walker bends over the table and starts calculating at top speed. Everyone exchanges puzzled looks. They don't understand what's happening. It's just a misplaced exam paper. Sure, it's filled with answers, but it's only a high school student. What could they possibly write that's useful? But from the look on Director Walker's face, this is anything but simple. Driven by curiosity, everyone crowds around. Within seconds, several aerospace engine specialists have their eyes wide open. How is this possible? Was this really written by a high school student? We've only heard of this happening in foreign countries where problems written in a hallway got solved by a janitor. I never thought we'd see it happen in our country. Director Walker, deeply shaken, finally stops. He takes a deep breath, trying to calm himself, but his face is still flushed red with excitement. Listen carefully, everyone. Hand over every communication device you have. No one is allowed to leave. The moment he finishes speaking, Director Walker calls the police department in front of everyone. Only now do the others realize that this paper is no ordinary thing. But as the country's top experts, they all have strong security awareness. No one asks questions. They simply sit back down and continue grading, waiting for the lockdown to end. Director Walker hurries back to the Aerospace Academy and gathers every relevant expert. Walker, weren't you supposed to be supervising the exam? Why are you back in such a panic? And why have you called everyone together? Deputy Director Bennett asks, confused. Bennett, you have no idea. This exam has brought us an incredible discovery. Director Walker pulls out the exam paper to show him. Deputy Director Bennett gives him a puzzled look and takes the paper. The moment he sees the first power formula, his pupils dilate. You're not going to tell me this formula is correct? Yes, I've already done a quick verification. To confirm completely, we need a detailed recalculation and a supercomputer simulation. Director Walker hands his draft notes to Deputy Director Bennett. Look, there's no mistake. The data further on is even more terrifying. It's continuous detonation engine technology. Do you know what that means? Deputy Director Bennett sucks in a sharp breath. It means, if these formulas are correct, we could skip the 6th generation fighter jet entirely and jump straight to the 7th generation. Director Walker nods firmly. I've already sealed the exam room. I rushed back here just to confirm the result. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go. Deputy Director Bennett is so excited his hands are trembling. Director Walker turns to the other experts. I hereby declare the Aerospace Academy under Level 1 classified status. The entire academy is on signal lockdown. All outside communication must be monitored in person by security personnel. I'll now distribute assignments. Before the Aerospace Academy experts can fully process the shocking news, they are already deep in intense work. By midnight, not a single person has rested for a moment, but they all look pumped up, every one of them buzzing with excitement. Director, formula verification confirmed. No errors. Director, all data verified as correct. Director Walker slaps his thigh with excitement, his face glowing red. Quick, run the supercomputer simulation. Let's see what kind of performance this detonation engine can unleash. The simulation results come out quickly. Aircraft structural strength increases by 35%. Total weight reduces by 16%. After adjusting the aircraft's exterior curve, the drag coefficient drops by 7%. Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett exchange a look. They both see shock in each other's eyes. Our country's 6th generation fighter jet has matured in every area except engine technology. Everything else is essentially ready. Even a 1% improvement would be a huge breakthrough. But with this data and information, performance jumps by double-digit percentages. Unbelievable. If it weren't for the supercomputer results, I would never have believed this was designed by a high school student. How does his brain even work? Are there really geniuses like this in the world? Director Walker's heart is pounding. He's almost questioning reality. The most unbelievable part is, this technology is not something a high school student should ever have access to. But the proof is right in front of them. Deputy Director Bennett's face suddenly turns serious. A talent like this, we should report to the government immediately. This student must be protected, and no matter what, we have to recruit him to our Aerospace Academy. Meanwhile, I have no idea about any of this. I still think I failed, but I'm not giving up on myself. Even if I bombed this selection exam, the National College Entrance Exam is still ahead. With my grades, getting into a top university is no problem. And now that I have the Genius Insight system, my goal isn't just getting into a top university. It's scoring a perfect score and becoming the national #1. Once I steady my mindset, I throw myself into full review mode. Soon, the day comes when the Genius class admission results are announced. All eyes are on Sophia, Marcus, and me. Miss Carter walks over, giving me a complicated look. By decision of the school leadership, your scholarship is being revoked. Hearing this, I look up in shock. I never expected the school to make such a sudden decision. Sophia demands loudly, "Why?" Marcus, standing nearby, looks smug. The decision to revoke my scholarship is exactly the result of him pressuring Principal Harris. He gives a cold snort. Why? Someone who can't even pick up the right exam paper doesn't deserve a scholarship. Sophia instantly catches on. Marcus, are you the one behind this? Yeah, I did it. What are you going to do about it? Sophia is furious. She turns to go confront Principal Harris. I grab her arm. Forget it. Let them take it. I don't care about the money. I'm first in every exam. I've gotten so many scholarships my hands are tired. Losing this one is no big deal. Just then someone shouts, "Look! The admission list is out. Sophia made it. She really is the goddess of my dreams. So amazing." Marcus is on the list too. Third in the school grade. He really is impressive. Wait, what? Leo actually didn't make it? Don't bother looking. Haven't you heard? He got the wrong exam paper. Of course he didn't pass. No way. What a shame. Many students feel sorry for me. They never expected that I, the one with the highest hopes, wouldn't get in. Even though I already knew the result, I still can't help feeling crushed. The exam paper was the one with the mistake, but I'm not even given a chance to retake it. I really can't figure out how such an important exam could have such a basic error. Just as I'm feeling down, recruitment officers from major universities all rush over. In their eyes, even a student who failed is still a hot prospect. Anyone selected for the Genius Class exam has real skills. So even though I failed this exam, I'm still a top recruitment target for every major university. Would you like to come to Dongfu University? No college entrance exam required. Full scholarship, tuition free. Dongfu University? Our top university is way better. We're the #1 school in the country. We offer everything Dongfu does. Come to the National Defense University. Serving the country is the highest honor. The recruitment officers all flood toward me, each offering the most generous terms. Seeing how sought after I still am, Sophia is genuinely happy for me. But Marcus, standing to the side, is going crazy with jealousy. Recruitment officers, before you admit him, I hope you'll think carefully. His overall score isn't displayed, meaning he scored 0 on this exam. From this you can see his previous test scores may not have been real either. If you admit him early, you'll be in for a big disappointment. After hearing Marcus's words, the recruitment officers become very cautious. Suspected cheating on past exams, and a 0 on this one. Your issues are not small. Leo, sorry, but we need to investigate this further. Seeing his scheme work, Marcus shoots me a provocative look, but my heart stays calm. Even without the system, I can prove myself in the college entrance exam. Now that I have the Genius Insight system, my life is on cheat mode. I don't care about these petty tricks at all. Meanwhile, at the Aerospace Academy, countless experts have eyes bloodshot from exhaustion. The final moment finally arrives. Everyone holds their breath. As a notification sounds, the calculation results are finally complete. The continuous detonation engine achieves a maximum speed of Mach 13. It can sustain that maximum speed continuously for 500 hours. Normal cruising speed reaches Mach 7, with a runtime of 5,000 hours. Everyone gasps. They rub their numb eyes, afraid they're seeing things wrong. Walker, am I dreaming? Is that detonation speed real? It should be right, unless there's a problem with the computer. A technician reports loudly. Director, the computer is running perfectly. The data is completely accurate. Director Walker punches the air with all his strength. If we can make this fighter jet a reality, our country's air force will be unmatched. If any country dares to provoke us in our waters again, we'll make them taste the power of our air force. We won't just drive them away, we'll make them kneel and surrender. As long as we don't invade other countries, they should be counting their blessings. Honestly, at that kind of speed, if we flew over other countries, they'd probably think aliens were visiting. But according to the calculation results, existing engine materials cannot support this performance. The fighter jet's materials and structure can't handle that kind of speed. For a result like this, Director Walker is already mentally prepared. At such extreme speeds, no existing fighter jet material can withstand the stress. What a shame. If only we had better metal materials, this fighter jet would absolutely reach 7th generation standards. Deputy Director Bennett looks slightly disappointed. Director Walker's eyes flash with sharp light. We don't know how this high school student figured out such cutting-edge aerospace engine technology, but since he could solve this, he might also solve the material problem. Either way, we must secure a talent like this. Deputy Director Bennett glances at the time and suddenly slaps his thigh in realization. We've been so focused on testing data we forgot. Today is the Genius Class Admission Announcement Day. Director Walker smacks his forehead. Look at my brain. No one is allowed to leave their post. We're going to the school to recruit him personally. Deputy Director Bennett nods. Right. To guarantee his safety, going there ourselves is the best way. Let's also bring in National Security Bureau personnel. From this moment on, the Aerospace Academy is under Level 1 classified status. All grading staff must remain under surveillance. This technology is too important. Not a single detail can leak. You're right. Let's move immediately. We'll take the armed helicopter. Soon, Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett are aboard the Military Command's armed helicopter. Military Commander General Reed and National Security Bureau Chief Director Mitchell are both present. After 3 straight days of working without rest, Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett can no longer stay awake. After giving a few instructions, they lie down and fall fast asleep. General Reed and Director Mitchell are full of confusion. With such a massive operation, they're actually heading to a high school? And they were told the mission is strictly classified. Could this high school be hiding some extraordinary secret? No, what could possibly make two top Aerospace Academy academicians come in person? This is absolutely insane. On the school playground, after seeing the results, the students are getting ready to return to class. Either way, the school had 2 students admitted at once, which is more than most high schools. The results are very pleasing, and even Principal Harris is smiling. Marcus outdid himself and actually got in, meeting expectations. Although I, the one with the highest hopes, failed, my regular grades are still excellent. University is another important indicator for the school, just not as headline-grabbing as a genius class spot. Alright, everyone hurry back to class. Use this as motivation and aim for the scores you want. Just then, an alarm suddenly sounds outside. All personnel, evacuate the playground. A helicopter is about to land here. Hearing this, Principal Harris quickly steps forward to ask what's happening. This is a school. Why is a helicopter landing here? Honestly, I don't know. It's an order from above. Just carry it out. Some extremely important person must be coming here. The police chief, upon receiving the order, rushes to the school with his team at top speed. Principal Harris is completely stunned. They're just a high school. Why does this feel like an anti-terrorism operation? But with this kind of scale, something major must be happening. The sudden event naturally draws the curiosity of many students. Within minutes, an armed helicopter lands directly on the playground. All the teachers and students are stunned, speechless. What is happening? An armed helicopter at our school? Could there be terrorists hiding here? What kind of crime would require this many police? As the helicopter slowly touches down, Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett feel the vibration and suddenly wake up. Are we here? I need to see the principal. The police chief is already running over to greet them. Over 20 National Security Bureau officers step out first and line up neatly on both sides of the exit. Principal Harris has never seen anything like this. He quickly steps forward. Director Walker steps off the helicopter and immediately asks, "Excuse me, is Leo from your school here?" Principal Harris is completely caught off guard. Looking for just one student, does it really require this much firepower? They mobilized a military helicopter. No matter how impressive a student is, he couldn't possibly attract this level of attention. Principal Harris suddenly snaps to attention. Could it be that Leo, after failing to get selected, grew resentful and lashed out at society? What kind of major crime would that be? Principal Harris's scalp tingles with dread. He doesn't dare keep thinking. If something this serious really happened, his career as principal would probably be over. I'm asking you, is Leo here or not? Oh, yes, good. Bring him over now. Principal Harris's heart sinks to the bottom, but he doesn't dare delay. He quickly notifies Miss Carter to call me back. After hearing the news, Marcus looks gleefully malicious. With this many people coming to arrest you, even if you're not executed, you'll spend the rest of your life in prison. Sophia, on the other hand, is extremely worried. She grips my arm, her eyes full of concern. I figure it out. My answers must have caught the attention of someone high up. This isn't a bad thing for me, so I stay completely calm. I pat Sophia's hand and give her a reassuring smile. I'll be fine. The moment Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett see me, they rush over and look me up and down like I'm a treasure. Was that exam paper written by you? I nod. Yes. I didn't know it was the wrong paper at the time. I just answered based on my own thoughts. Only after the exam did I learn the paper was wrong. Everyone else had normal questions. Only mine had the detonation engine. After hearing my answer, Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett have no more doubts. The information was strictly sealed. There's no way a student could know about it, unless he was the one who wrote on that paper. I now officially declare, you are admitted to the Aerospace Academy. We will give you the highest treatment. Not only will tuition be waived, but from day one, you'll enjoy academician-level treatment from the nation. Director Walker is so excited his facial muscles are trembling. He looks refreshed and energized. Days of sleepless exhaustion are instantly wiped away, better than any adrenaline rush. Deputy Director Bennett smiles too. At the Aerospace Academy, we have full authority. No need to be nervous. As long as you're willing to join, you can bring up anything later that comes to mind. I don't make any requests. The nation won't let me down. Being able to help our country's technology soar, making other countries afraid to threaten us, that's my greatest dream. So my exam paper really was useful? Absolutely useful. We hope you'll continue helping with development and bring the product to life. No problem. This has always been my dream. Seeing how calm I am, Director Walker finds it absolutely unbelievable. Being admitted to the top Aerospace Academy and personally taught by him as director, any other student would probably faint from excitement. But I remained so composed, which only further proves I'm in full control. The people around us, overhearing their conversation, are completely stunned. Such a massive operation, just to recruit a single student? Could getting the wrong exam paper actually lead to admission? Then there's no need for such a huge spectacle. The others nearby exchange glances. Detonation engine. To resist the combined pressure from other countries, the nation has placed all its Air Force hopes on the detonation engine. Only with a breakthrough in this technology can our country be the first to possess 6th-generation fighter jets, making other countries hesitant to act against us. but this technology is incredibly difficult. Director Walker has led research teams for years, with little progress. Could a high school senior really break through? It's hard to believe. Could heaven really be blessing our country, sending us a once-in-a-millennium genius? Director Walker is very satisfied with my answer. Not only do I have powerful abilities, but I also have strong patriotism. My character is exceptional too. The more he looks at me, the more he likes me. Director Walker smiles at Principal Harris. Leo has been admitted. I'll take him with me now. I'll leave the paperwork to you. Hey Walker, you can't keep such a great student all to yourself. I, Bennett, want to share too. Deputy Director Bennett turns to me. How about becoming the student of both of us? I promise we'll teach you everything we've learned in our lifetimes. I can't say much else, but at the Aerospace Academy, you'll rule the place. Everyone gasps. Who are Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett? They're the most revered scientific researchers alive today. If they call themselves second, no one dares claim first. Being even one of their students would be an incredible blessing. Being taken on by both at the same time is a once-in-a-lifetime miracle. It takes Principal Harris a few seconds to react. No problem. Being admitted to the Aerospace Academy is an honor for our school. The school will handle all the paperwork right away. Director Walker, very pleased, says to me, let's go now. I have many questions for you. Going right now? I haven't told my parents yet. I didn't expect this much urgency. Even if I'm admitted, I should at least let my family know and prepare some daily essentials. Your identity is now extremely sensitive. You must be strictly protected. And this technology is urgent for the nation. Don't worry, the government will take care of your family. All right, I'm willing to follow the country's arrangements. Just as I'm about to board the armed helicopter, I suddenly remember something important. Oh right, I have a classmate whose grades are also excellent. Could she be admitted to the Aerospace Academy too? Genius class admissions follow very strict procedures. Only with exceptional grades and talent can you pick your own mentor. But since you've asked, as long as she meets the minimum admission standards, we'll accept her. If her score doesn't meet the bar, we can only express our regrets. This is a matter of principle. Director Walker can't break the rule. Tell me your classmate's name. I'll have someone investigate. If her grades qualify, she'll get priority admission. I look towards Sophia. Sophia's face lights up with surprise and joy. This is my classmate Sophia. She's already been admitted to the Genius class. I'm sure her grades qualify for the Aerospace Academy. Deputy Director Bennett agrees readily. Noted. I'll arrange it as soon as we return. Sophia, see you at the Aerospace Academy. Standing nearby, Marcus is about to explode with rage. He used every resource his family had to make me fail, and yet it all came to nothing. He simply can't understand. I'm just a high school senior. How could I possibly solve aerospace engine problems? Marcus is starting to question reality. What kind of monster am I? I board the armed helicopter, and under everyone's gaze, it slowly lifts off and flies away. Principal Harris finally snaps out of his daze. Quick, revise the promotional materials. Our school produced 3 geniuses this year. On the helicopter, Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett ask eagerly, we use the data and formulas from your paper to run a detailed supercomputer simulation. The continuous detonation engine could push the aircraft to Mach 17, but no material can withstand that kind of force. We were wondering, do you have any way to develop a better performing metal material? I answer, ordinary metal materials definitely won't work. We'd need to use a supercomposite alloy. I deduced this material myself, but I trust the data is correct. Given the right conditions, it can absolutely be produced. Director Walker sucks in a breath. What temperature can it withstand? I think for a moment. With current technology, the best materials can only sustain around 4,000 degrees long term. Deputy Director Bennett's face fills with shock. If this is true, not only the aerospace field, but even nuclear fusion could see rapid progress. They don't doubt my words because of my age. After all, I'm the one who's mastered detonation engine technology for the first time. And in some areas, I've already surpassed both of them. As for how I came to know all this, the only explanation is genius. After all, I'm the only person in the world with this technology. Director Walker says excitedly, let's hurry back to the Aerospace Academy. We'll build you a personal laboratory at top speed. Anything you need will be arranged immediately. If we can really achieve the technology you described, it would be the greatest contribution to the nation. I'll do my best. The two of them continue questioning me about fighter jet knowledge, and the more we talk, the more shocked they become. They're stunned to discover that my knowledge far surpasses their own. Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett exchange a look. Both see astonishment in each other's eyes. Many of the theoretical concepts and insights I mention are years ahead of theirs. Now they can confirm with certainty that I am a once-in-a-millennium genius. General Reed and Director Mitchell, though they don't understand the technical details, can still pick up the gist from the conversation. The idea that a fighter jet could break Mach speeds in the double digits is simply unbelievable. Now they finally understand why I'm being treated with such importance. No level of fanfare in escorting me is excessive. A top-tier talent like this demands the highest level security measures. Meanwhile, at my home, my parents have received a call from the school. They learned that my scholarship has been revoked and that I failed the exam. Both of them frown deeply. Our child has always had excellent grades. How could he have lost to others? Mom feels terrible, but Dad doesn't dwell on it. Being healthy and happy is what matters. Just then, a knock comes at the door. The neighbors have all come over. Today is Genius Class Admission Announcement Day. Your kid definitely got in. You have to treat everyone to a celebration meal today. But Mom's expression is gloomy. So many people coming to celebrate only makes her heart feel worse. Leo failed. He wasn't selected. Mom isn't the type to care about appearances. She tells the truth right away. The neighbors erupt in shock, unable to believe it. Dad forces a faint smile. He really did fail. Miss Carter just called. The neighbors react with mixed expressions. Some feel genuine regret. Some don't really care. And some are even gleeful. Suddenly, a discordant voice rings out. Their son used to be in the same class as my son, but he was at the very bottom of the class. A middle-aged neighbor woman speaks up. They're even taking back the scholarship? Did they finally discover his usual grades came from cheating? Plenty of people are jealous of me. Normally my grades are too good for them to show their resentment, but today they finally have their chance to puff out their chests in front of my parents. Sure, my son dropped out after middle school, but he's running his own business and makes 10 or 20,000 a month. What's the point of school? A regular job only pays a few thousand. Hearing these words, my parents are absolutely furious. We're not jealous of how capable your son is. But saying school is useless, does any of your children have good grades? The neighbor woman's face flushes red. Your son has good grades, but he still didn't get in, did he? Why not have him work at my son's shop and start earning money early? Dad's expression turns dark too. He starts to feel annoyed. Alright, everyone please leave. We still need to go to the school to check on our son. Honestly, what's so great about good grades? He still didn't get in. No matter how well he studies, this is what it amounts to. After graduation, he still has to work odd jobs. As the woman walks away, she keeps talking. But just as they step out of the building, they hear gongs and drums outside. It's not a wedding. The people coming are all government officials. The ones in front are carrying a banner. Everyone exchanges puzzled looks. Didn't they just say he failed? And his scholarship was even cancelled. What's going on with these people? Soon, the congratulation procession arrives below my apartment. The neighbor women who were just mocking me now look uncomfortable. Didn't they say he failed? And his scholarship was cancelled? The official leading the way frowns. Who's spreading such nonsense? Leo performed exceptionally well. He received first place in this exam, and he's been taken on as a student by 2 aerospace academy directors at once. He's the pride of our entire city. No one is allowed to slander him. When my parents see the congratulation banner, they freeze in shock. What is going on? Didn't the school just call and say he failed? Principal Harris, terrified of being exposed, quickly says, "That was all a misunderstanding. Because your son performed too exceptionally, his grades were kept classified. The school leadership has decided to award your son a scholarship of 300,000 yuan, and the city is also providing a 1 million yuan reward." Mayor Foster steps forward and shakes my dad's hand. "Hello, I'm Mayor Foster. Thank you for raising such an outstanding talent for our country." The secretary beside him hands over the awards, and Mayor Foster personally presents them to my parents. My parents' heads are buzzing. They mechanically accept the medal and check, forgetting even to invite everyone inside. The neighbors who were mocking me earlier slink away in shame. Mayor Foster says, "Your son has been admitted to the Aerospace Academy. There's no need to worry. If you have any difficulties at home, just bring them up. You can also call me directly." After sitting for a while, Mayor Foster stands to leave. After the group departs, my parents still feel like they're in a dream. What they don't know is that mysterious people have rented apartments in their building to provide tight security for them. Meanwhile, the armed helicopter I'm riding in lands at the Aerospace Academy. The entire academy is under tight protection, and my safety is the top priority. I must travel in a bulletproof vehicle, with dozens of personnel guarding me at all times. The military has a special forces unit on standby to support me at any moment. Even my meals are prepared by dedicated personnel, and after delivery they must pass 3 inspections. Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett talked with me the entire way, growing even more excited. Their faces are glowing, with no trace of fatigue. They immediately gather all the technical personnel. This is the genius who wrote out the detonation engine technology on the exam paper. From this moment on, he is officially joining the Aerospace Academy, and he is also the student of Deputy Director Bennett and me. Furthermore, I'm appointing him as Chief Engineer of the Detonation Engine Project. The technical experts have been eagerly waiting for me. Although they've obtained some key data and formulas, those alone are far from enough to actually produce the detonation engine. There are still many major challenges left unsolved, which is why they're all pinning their hopes on me. They want to produce the detonation engine in the shortest time possible, so they all applaud warmly to welcome me. And I'm thrilled too. This is something I've dreamed of. Now, with the Genius Insight system, I've not only entered the academy early but also brought advanced technology. What I didn't expect is that Director Walker would hand the chief engineer position over to me. I bow deeply to everyone. Hello everyone. I look forward to working with all of you. Please take care of me. My experience falls far short of all you seniors, but I'll do my very best. Just then, Director Walker asks, "The detonation engine produces immense thrust during sudden acceleration. I'm afraid no pilot can withstand such tremendous G-forces. Does that mean our detonation engine fighter jets can only be remotely controlled?" I smile faintly. Just have the pilots wear anti-gravity flight suits. They won't put any strain on the pilot's body. A flight suit that can cancel 90% of the thrust can actually be made? Director Walker is stunned. If the anti-gravity flight suit I'm describing can really cancel 90% of gravitational acceleration, wouldn't that allow speeds beyond Mach 20? Meaning the speeds unleashed by the continuous detonation engine could all be endured by the pilots. This means our country's fighter jets could one day surpass most missiles. Even intercontinental missiles only reach similar speeds in their terminal phase. So even if the enemy launches a missile, our country's fighter jets could intercept it. Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett exchange a look. They both see shock in each other's eyes. I answer firmly. It should be possible. During the exam, through the genius insight phenomenon, I already deduced that an anti-gravity flight suit would be needed. The focus at the time was on detonation engine technology, but with enough time, I can use the genius insight system to deduce the anti-gravity flight suit technology too. Director Walker says excitedly, we must produce the 6th generation and 7th generation fighter jets at any cost. The anti-gravity flight suit is especially critical. I agree without hesitation. Understood. I'll do my best. Director Walker turns to all the technical experts with a serious face. Listen carefully everyone, take one day off and go rest. I was just getting fired up thinking we'd dive right into intense development work. Why is everyone going to rest? This decision feels so sudden. Deputy Director Bennett explains with a wry smile. To study the technology on your exam paper, we've gone 3 days and nights without much rest. I'm stunned, speechless. Only now do I notice that many of them have bloodshot eyes. Then please rest right away. How can your bodies hold up without sleep for so long? I'll have someone take you to your residence. Once we're rested, we'll begin development. The technical experts are at their limits and quickly return to the dormitory to sleep. Because the work is highly classified, the Aerospace Academy has dedicated dormitory buildings, along with professional service staff. A young woman in her early 20s wearing a National Security Bureau uniform is brought before me. She's tall, with a cold expression. She clearly looks like someone with an aloof personality. This is your personal security guard, assigned by our department. Her name is Vanessa. She'll be responsible for your daily life and safety from now on. Vanessa extends her hand first. Hello, nice to meet you. I shake her hand and I feel that Vanessa's grip is surprisingly strong, nothing like the soft hand of a typical girl. My dormitory is a spacious flat, very nicely decorated. The living room glass is all bulletproof and you can't see inside from outside, so privacy is not a concern. Vanessa asks, do you need to rest now? No. Get me some blank paper, pens, and a ruler. I'll start working right now. Vanessa quickly prepares everything I need. I pick up the pen and start thinking about the anti-gravity flight suit. Detected. Player is contemplating anti-gravity flight suit information. Initiate epiphany? Without hesitation, I confirm. A flood of information pours into my mind. I grab the pen and start writing rapidly on paper, filling it with formulas, data, and detailed blueprints. Seeing me enter full work mode in an instant, a hint of surprise appears on Vanessa's cold, beautiful face. She didn't expect someone so young, on his first day at the Aerospace Academy, to be able to calm down and dive straight into work. This kind of focus is truly rare. Although Vanessa is cold by nature, that doesn't mean she can't take care of someone. She brews me a cup of coffee first, sets it beside me, then brings some fruits and dried nuts. After arranging everything, she sits in the chair beside me, watching quietly. Before long, I start to feel hungry. I instinctively pick up the coffee and drink it, then keep writing while reaching for snacks and dried nuts. Using the Genius Insight system for deduction pushes my brain to its absolute limits, which dramatically increases energy consumption. 2 hours pass, and I haven't stopped for even a moment. I've finished all the snacks she prepared. Watching this, Vanessa is amazed. Being able to maintain such intense focus for so long is truly unbelievable. When she first received this assignment, she felt a little dismissive. I'm just a high school student after all. But now the truth is right in front of her. She didn't expect me to be this impressive. Vanessa doesn't have time to overthink. She quickly refills my water, prepares more snacks and food, then steps into the living room and makes a phone call. Hello, this is Vanessa. Please prepare more snacks and include ingredients that support brain function. After hanging up, Vanessa returns to sit in the study. Her orders are to stay by my side 24 hours a day. After a while, the food arrives. Vanessa tastes every dish to confirm there are no issues, then places them on my desk. Time flies and I'm still working at full intensity. The blueprints keep piling up, forming a small mountain on the desk. I've numbered each sheet in the corner. Otherwise, sorting through so many blueprints alone would take serious effort. Vanessa's initial surprise turns into deeper and deeper shock. Her beautiful eyes are filled with awe. She wants to tell me to take a break. Working at this intensity will eventually wear my body down. But then she remembers Director Mitchell's instructions that I absolutely must not be interrupted during work, because a sudden flash of inspiration could break through a major technical barrier. Once interrupted, the inspiration disappears, and the loss is enormous. And right now, I'm clearly in the middle of an inspiration burst. Vanessa doesn't dare interrupt me. She can only keep adding food and water for me, making sure I have enough fuel. By now, Vanessa's impression of me has changed dramatically. She feels truly shaken inside. Even deep into the night, the room is filled only with the sound of my rapid writing. A massive flood of knowledge keeps pouring into my mind, and if I don't write it down fast, it becomes unbearable. By the time dawn breaks, I've eaten more than a dozen plates of food by myself. Vanessa is speechless. She's now utterly impressed with me. My build is on the thin side, so it's hard to imagine how I can eat so much. Am I not just a development genius but also a champion eater? At 7 in the morning, I finally stop. I slump heavily into the chair, feeling completely numb and sore all over. Vanessa has been taking short naps to maintain her energy. She's woken by the sound of me settling down. She quickly stands and rushes over, unable to hold back her concern. You work like your life doesn't matter. You've been working non-stop for over 20 hours. As she speaks, she turns on the chair's massage function and places her hands on my shoulders to massage them. Should I get you breakfast? After eating, you must rest immediately, Vanessa asks with concern. Although we've known each other for less than a day, she already fully believes I'm a top-tier talent. Right now, my brain is utterly drained, and exhaustion washes over me like a tide. I shake my head. No need. I'm not hungry. I'm too sleepy. I'm going to lie down for a bit. You don't need to watch over me. Go get some rest. I stand and head to the bedroom, and immediately fall into a deep sleep. Vanessa watches and doesn't know whether to laugh or sigh. Top-tier technical experts really are madmen when they work. The Aerospace Academy technical experts rest for a full day and night, finally recovering their energy. Next, they're set to begin development work on the detonation engine and the 6th-generation fighter jet. They all arrive at their workstations on time, ready for assignments. Everyone is in an extremely energized state, excited about the breakthrough for the new fighter jet. Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett especially look refreshed and full of vigor, even smiling in their dreams. Once everyone is gathered, they realize I'm the only one missing. Director Walker says, "Let's first study the materials we have." The basic version of the detonation engine technology no longer has major obstacles. Director Walker immediately assigns tasks to each department. But after waiting all morning until lunchtime, I still haven't shown up for work. Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett start to worry. He's not feeling sick, is he? Let's go check on him. During the lunch break, the two head to my dormitory. Vanessa has rested all morning and has recovered her energy. Hearing the knock, she opens the door. Director Walker, Director Bennett. Seeing them both, Vanessa is surprised. Is Leo in the dorm? Vanessa nods. Why hasn't he come to work? Did something happen? Director Walker's eyes are full of concern. He worked from yesterday all the way until this morning. He couldn't hold on any longer and finally went to sleep. He hasn't woken up yet. Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett exchange a look. He hasn't even officially started, so what was he researching? Let's go take a look. Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett walk into the study, where blueprints are stacked into a small mountain on the desk. Their pupils dilate instantly. This is incredible. Did he draw all these blueprints by himself? Vanessa nods. Yes, I was afraid of disturbing something, so I didn't dare touch them. Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett can no longer stay composed. They quickly step forward, pick up the blueprints, and study them carefully. After just a few glances, Director Walker is trembling with excitement, his voice shaking. This is actually the anti-gravity flight suit. Deputy Director Bennett's eyelids twitch, and his hands holding the blueprints are shaking too. This is absolutely insane. Such a massive workload, and he finished it all by himself. Hurry, organize these. We need to verify every single detail as fast as possible. If this technology can really be realized, the future of our aerospace field will be unimaginable. The three of them spend half an hour finally getting everything sorted. The two white-haired men no longer care about anything else. They huddle together and start studying. The blueprints contain detailed data and production techniques, with every single component drawn in extreme detail. Both men are experts in this field. One glance tells them whether something is reliable. Sometimes they grab a sheet of paper to do calculations by hand. They even forget their hunger until well past 3 in the afternoon, when they suddenly snap out of it. Their stomachs are growling. Do you have any food here? We skipped lunch and our blood sugar is dropping. Vanessa quickly brings over the snacks and tea she prepared earlier. Watching the two men abandon all dignity and devour the food, Vanessa is speechless. Earlier she had already asked if they wanted anything to eat or drink, but they shut her down the moment she opened her mouth. And now they nearly starved themselves. After polishing off both plates of snacks, Director Walker picks up a stack of blueprints, muttering, "When Leo wakes up, tell him we've taken the blueprints." Deputy Director Bennett picks up another stack. They need to study every detail of the blueprints at top speed and produce the anti-gravity flight suit as quickly as possible. With this equipment, even existing 5th-generation fighter jets can unleash far greater combat power. The design of 5th-generation fighters, aside from stealth capability, is largely limited by the pilot's physical limits. The standards for selecting pilots have grown stricter over the years, because ordinary people simply cannot endure the G-forces of rapid acceleration or sharp turns. With the anti-gravity flight suit, the requirements for pilot physical condition drop dramatically. With the anti-gravity flight suit, pilots can push the maneuverability limits of 5th-generation fighters without restraint. Their piloting performance will improve significantly, helping to close the gap with other countries' air forces. Compared to producing the 6th-generation fighter jet, clearly, producing the anti-gravity flight suit first is far more reliable. The two men are exhausted, gasping for breath, yet they carry over 100 pounds of blueprints and walk back to the office like the wind. The technical experts at the Aerospace Academy see them lugging the huge stack of papers, exchanging confused looks. The assistant is startled. "At your age, why are you carrying something this heavy?" "Director, what are you doing? Have you forgotten about your health?" Director Walker is panting so hard he can barely speak. He waves at the assistant, takes a couple of deep breaths, then finally says, "All technical personnel gather in the conference room. Emergency meeting. No one is allowed to miss it." The assistant has never seen them this urgent. Something major must have happened. Could there be a problem with the fighter jet? The technical experts who get the message all rush to the conference room. Everyone whispers to each other, wondering what's going on. Once everyone is gathered, Director Walker and Deputy Director Bennett arrive. Two assistants behind them carry the blueprints over and place them on the podium. The entire room instantly falls silent. All eyes locked on the two men. "Everyone, I have great news. Chief Engineer Leo designed the anti-gravity flight suit yesterday. Now we'll assign development tasks. We must complete this project within 1 month. The moment he says this, the room erupts. The shock from the continuous detonation engine has not even faded yet, and now the anti-gravity flight suit has already been developed. This speed is absolutely insane. Is this for real? He developed such complex technology in just 1 day and night? Is it even reliable, and we're going straight into production? His performance is so impressive it makes me feel like a useless piece of trash. I'm a doctorate graduate from the Technical University, for crying out loud. Someone can't help complaining. They're all pillars of the nation's technology development, but they've taken a string of major hits lately. It's beyond ridiculous. Hearing everyone, Director Walker speaks into the microphone. Quiet, everyone. I know this news is hard to believe, but the facts are right in front of us. We've reviewed the blueprints. There is not a single error. Even the critical formulas, Deputy Director Bennett and I have verified them ourselves. As long as we strictly follow the blueprints, we can definitely produce an anti-gravity flight suit with performance beyond imagination. Deputy Director Bennett follows up. Other countries have been pressuring us relentlessly. We must finish this work as soon as possible. Director Walker begins distributing tasks. Each department handles a portion, and the finished components will be assembled together and then tested. From this moment on, the entire nation's resources are channeled to the Aerospace Academy. Whatever they need, it will be delivered at any cost and at top speed. Meanwhile, by evening, I finally wake up after a full sleep. High-intensity insight calculations drain massive amounts of mental energy, but the benefits are equally massive. After a good rest, my mind feels sharper than ever. The moment I sit up, I startle Vanessa, who has been sitting beside me. You're finally awake. Do you want to eat? I touch my stomach. I really am hungry. I wash my face first, then dig into the meal. While eating, I ask, I slept so long, wasn't the director worried? Director Walker and Director Bennett came to check on you. They took all the blueprints you wrote yesterday. They said they'd study them first. If you wake up late, get plenty of rest. Starting work tomorrow is fine. If they have questions, they'll call. I nod. The blueprints have detailed processes and data. They can be used for direct production. With the Aerospace Academy experts' abilities, they shouldn't run into trouble. Let me eat a full meal first, then deduce the continuous detonation engine technology. After last time's experience, I know I can't run too many epiphanies at once, or my brain will burn out. Or I'd need 1 or 2 days to recover. After finishing the meal, I head to the study, turn on the computer, and plan to relax for a bit. The computers here are all encrypted, requiring a fingerprint, iris scan, and password to log in. I follow the steps, enter the password, and finally log in. I open a browser. The biggest news online is still the Genius class admissions. Whichever school has a student admitted instantly becomes nationally famous. The comments are mostly envy and congratulations. At times like these, foreign mockery and pressure are inevitable. They all mock our country, claiming our technology, no matter how much it develops, can never surpass other countries. Another round of online fighting erupts in the comments. I watch for a moment, then close the page. Suddenly, an icon catches my eye. It's the National Science and Technology Forum. On the way here, Director Walker explained that this forum operates on the national intranet. Only verified high-level technical personnel can log in. They exchange technology online, and when they hit unsolvable problems, anyone who provides a solution can even apply for a national reward. This approach has proven very effective, letting the nation's top technical minds collaborate and discuss, progressing together. It has indeed helped many organizations solve major problems and dramatically improved research efficiency. Some talents have also been discovered through it, given key roles in research institutions. I'm curious what the nation's top experts are discussing, so I open the forum and register an account. I browse the topics. The hottest ones focus on aerospace, semiconductors, precision manufacturing, and materials. Our country has nearly caught up in other areas. Even if slightly behind other countries, it's good enough. But these 4 technology areas are currently under sanctions from other countries. Breaking through is urgent. Soon, one topic catches my deep interest. Since my account is at the highest clearance level, I can see all discussion answers and participate directly. This topic is an analysis of missile technology, specifically how air viscosity affects drag on missile surfaces, and how to optimize aerodynamic design to ensure terminal guidance accuracy. Future combat will demand ever higher missile guidance precision, which has frustrated countless experts in this field. Some mathematicians have been pulled in to help with calculations, and they're all overwhelmed. The formulas they propose all differ. One of the core technical challenges is the famous Stokes equation, which no one has been able to solve. As one of the 7 Millennium Prize problems, mathematicians worldwide can only optimize to improve data matching rates. I understand fully how important missile technology is for the nation. The most powerful weapons today are missiles, even surpassing fighter jets. Missile development is relatively easier, and they can directly strike enemy territory, while fighter jet development is far more complex and demanding. If I can solve this problem, missile accuracy can powerfully deter enemy nations, and this technology can also be applied to fighter jets and drones. Thinking of this, I decide to use my free time to deduce this equation. Genius Insight System, begin deducing the Stokes equation. System activated, beginning deduction. I ask how long the calculation will take. If too complex and time-consuming, I'll do it in batches. I can't let this interfere with my main work. If it's not too long, just a few hours, then there's nothing to worry about. Epiphany duration estimated within 3.5 hours. Complete deduction in 1 session? I answer, yes, complete the epiphany in one go. I rapidly type on the keyboard, entering the formulas and data from the deduction. I also hope to contribute my own efforts to the nation's missile development. By now, most experts have already finished work and gone home. This is precisely when the forum is most active. Whenever experts have free time, they come here to chat, share insights from their fields, and seek guidance to solve problems. A dozen or so missile experts are in an online discussion. This is just too hard. With anti-missile weapons advancing rapidly, the demands on missiles keep rising. Not only do they need speed, they must also evade anti-missile systems precisely. This demands even higher precision. Don't even mention it. The higher-ups are pushing us to finish the tech update fast. It's just impossible. The only way is to solve the Stokes equation. Other countries are pressuring us again. Rumor has it they're planning another joint military exercise in our waters. To stop our enemies, we must push missile technology as far as possible. After more than 3 hours, I finally submit all the solution formulas, check them for errors, and click send. By now, it's already midnight. I shut down the computer and go to sleep. The missile and math experts have also just wrapped up their discussion and are getting ready to rest. Suddenly, a notification pops up. Someone has posted an answer to the Stokes equation. The experts are first startled, then they sneer in disbelief. How could anyone just post the answer on a forum? At the very least, you'd write a paper and announce it to the world. Let me see who's being so arrogant. I was about to sleep, and now I'm wide awake because of some random message. After all, this is a highly rigorous national-level technology forum. You can't just post random answers. Everything must withstand scientific scrutiny. Several top experts open the answer at the same time, scanning for errors with contemptuous looks. If it's confirmed to be fake, they'll report it immediately, teaching the poster a lesson about being rigorous. But the more they read, the more shocked they become. Especially the two mathematicians from our country, known as the supreme giants of the field, Professor Hudson and Professor Zane. Both have profound mathematical expertise and enjoy great reputations even abroad. The more they read, the more astonished they are. Their hearts pound so hard they nearly leap into their throats. Although they don't know how to solve the equation themselves, with the correct answer they can reverse verify the solution's correctness. They go through it once, still uncertain, then check again. The result is identical. This really is the solution method to the Stokes equation. Professor Hudson, hands trembling, picks up the phone. Zane, it's me, Hudson. His voice shakes. Get on the National Technology Forum right now. Someone may have actually solved the Stokes equation. Professor Zane is equally excited. I'm looking at it. I've verified it twice. It's completely accurate. Who on earth is this? In our entire country, aside from us two, who else has this level of ability? Professor Hudson gives a bitter smile. I've researched this my whole life, only to be beaten to it. Do we have a mathematician like this in our country? I never imagined there was someone like this in the circle. We have to find this person right away. This is absolutely a mathematical genius. We must nurture this talent. Professor Zane is anxious. Although they've mentored many mathematically gifted students, not one has shown a chance of surpassing them. They don't want any regrets. Their greatest hope in life is to find someone with mathematical talent beyond their own and pass on everything they've learned. They've taught genius-level students, but none come close to their expectations. Even a top high school senior could never reach such depth, since their focus is preparing for the college entrance exam, learning only high school material. A world-class problem like the Stokes equation is not something a high school senior could ever access, so they're only thinking of people from the math world. But strangely, no one has heard of my name. The two of them are tearing their hair out with anxiety, desperate to meet this genius and have a satisfying mathematical discussion. Other mathematicians soon discover the answer too. Solving a problem of the century like this is an event that would shake the entire world. But after asking around, they find that no one in the circle knows this person. Could someone be using a fake name? That's impossible. Everyone on this forum is a verified authority in their field. Real names are required. Because the Aerospace Academy has sealed off all information and hasn't publicized me, no one has any idea. Out of options, the experts can only post questions online. The forum explodes instantly. Solving the Stokes equation means worldwide attention. The person who solved it will be permanently recorded in history. The news spreads fast. Within just a dozen minutes, almost every expert browsing the forum learns about the event. This is unbelievable. Who is spreading these rumors? You don't know? Professor Hudson and Professor Zane have both already verified it. The entire forum is asking about my identity. The experts have completely lost their sleepiness. Without finding this person, how could they possibly sleep? Professor Hudson and Professor Zane ask everyone around but get no answer. They're completely lost. Even their private messages to me get no reply, which drives them crazy with anxiety. Zane, let's just call the administrator. They can locate the person's workplace, even his exact location. We must contact this person tonight. Professor Hudson says this firmly. Even people who had already turned off their phones and gone to bed are called and woken up, told that someone has successfully solved the Stokes equation. Professor Zane asks, should we tell the leadership this great news? He's been worried sick about improving missile precision. We should tell the director immediately and recruit this talent. I bet with this person's ability, our nation's missile technology will leap forward by generations. Professor Hudson grows more excited as he speaks. Then let's split up. I'll notify the director. Professor Zane agrees and immediately dials the Missile Research Institute director's phone. Professor Crawford had just gone to bed when the ringing wakes him up. Director Crawford, this is Zane. Hearing it's Professor Zane on the line, Professor Crawford snaps wide awake. A call from someone of his stature in the middle of the night means something major. Professor Zane realizes the sudden call could cause panic. He quickly explains, Director, don't panic. It's good news. Someone has solved the Stokes equation. Our rocket technology is about to leap forward. Professor Crawford feels blood rushing to his head. Say that again. I heard correctly, right? You're sure? The answer was posted on the technology forum. Professor Hudson and I have both verified it together. The answer is absolutely correct. Wonderful. Who has this kind of ability? This is a huge help for us. But we've asked throughout the entire circle, and no one knows who this person is. Professor Hudson has already called the administrator. We must find this person as soon as possible. We hope you'll step in, Director, locate him quickly, and invite him to our institute. All future missile technology progress depends on him. Noted. I'll send people to investigate right now. No matter which institution he belongs to, we'll triple the offer if we have to. We must recruit him. Other countries are pushing us too far. We must have advanced missiles to strike back hard. As director of the Missile Research Institute, Professor Crawford carries enormous pressure on his shoulders, and even more bitter frustration in his heart. He's determined to develop advanced new missiles no matter what. Thank you. One more thing. We need to notify the National Security Bureau. We must monitor everyone who has accessed the answer to ensure our secrets don't leak out. The answer on the forum must be deleted immediately. This is core technology only our country possesses. It will play a major role in our aerospace development. We absolutely cannot let foreign countries know. Understood. I'll handle it immediately. Professor Crawford hangs up. He takes several deep breaths to calm his nerves, then pinches his thigh hard. Ouch! So this isn't a dream. That night, the entire scientific community of our country is sleepless, all discussing one shared topic, me and the Stokes equation. Meanwhile, at the Aerospace Academy, the lights stay on all night too. Everyone is fully immersed in intense development work, completely unaware of what's happening elsewhere. They've even been split into 2 shifts, working around the clock to produce the anti-gravity flight suit as fast as possible. The news of the Stokes equation being solved alerts many top leaders. Every expert who has seen the answer is quickly placed under strict surveillance. The answer is swiftly deleted. Forum administrators pull up all my information, leaving every leader stunned. The results are simply unbelievable. A high school senior has surpassed them in mathematical mastery? There must be something wrong with this. Have them investigate again. How can they dare report something this absurd? But after repeated questioning, the answer remains the same. The technicians insist the information is absolutely correct, unless the Aerospace Academy deliberately uploaded fake records. But it is impossible. Professor Zane speaks up. Stop asking. Honestly, the result makes perfect sense. Think about it. Why does no one in the entire academic circle know this person? It can only be a very young student. With talent this strong, even at the university level, he would have been noticed long ago. The Aerospace Academy was so eager to recruit him early, they must have discovered his extraordinary abilities. Hearing this, Professor Crawford grows anxious. If he were a math professor or a talented student elsewhere, they could simply offer generous benefits to recruit him. But once he's inside the Aerospace Academy, recruiting him will not be easy. The Aerospace Academy has equally high demands for mathematical talent. They'll absolutely hold on to someone like this and never let him go easily. Professor Hudson clearly realizes this too. He gives a bitter smile. If I'm not wrong, a talent like this probably won't be coming to our institute. Professor Crawford stomps his foot. No way, we can't give up without trying. Tomorrow, I'll personally go to the Aerospace Academy and recruit him. I'll come with you. Only under our guidance can such a student reach his full potential. Professor Zane speaks with great enthusiasm. Exactly. When it comes to mathematics, no one in the country can match us. Although this student solved the Stokes equation through pure talent, his foundational knowledge surely isn't as solid as ours. If we pass everything we know on to him, he will absolutely become the world's top mathematician. Not just for solving the Stokes equation and contributing to our nation's missile technology, but also so our country's math world has a successor. Our lifetime of knowledge will finally have an heir. The news spreads with lightning speed. Not only has the Missile Research Institute set its sights on me, but every major university now knows about me too. A math prodigy who has solved a world-class problem is the top recruitment target for every institution.